Hello, everyone. Welcome to our weekly series where our students showcase their prowess of having their paper published in international journals. Today, we have with us Manish Raj, with whom we'll discuss about his experience in publishing the paper titled "Reverse Logistics Optimization in the Indian Dairy Industry: Forecasting Vendor Returns to Reduce Spoilage." But before delving into this conversation with Manish Raj, let's see a very small example of how we at 360 Digit MG help our students to achieve success. So we, as you can see, we have two participants, the student A and student 360. So student A is getting trained at an XYZ institute, whereas we have student 360 getting trained at 360 Digit MG. Both are undergoing training, both are doing assignments, but the difference here is in the projects. You see, student A is doing projects which are dummy. So you are doing projects from Kaggle, GitHub, from YouTube, okay, which is not going to give you the real world experience. Whereas the student at 360 Digit MG is going to get trained by real time practitioners. They're going to work on real time projects, attend daily stand up calls. They are mandated to create end to end data pipelines. They have to learn how to deploy on premise as well as on cloud. They also get the opportunity to attend client meetings. Now, the icing on the cake over here is they also get this opportunity to publish their papers in international journals. So, all this is going to add up to their resume. Okay, so if suppose in future your resume is going to be selected, okay, they would for sure view all these different achievements, the paper publications, as well as the experience that you're getting from your real world projects. So when you have this question in front of you, which resume will get shortlisted for interviews? It is of course the resume from 360 Digit MG. So student 360 would get the opportunity to attend the interviews, and he already has that experience to tackle any problem, any challenge that is given out by the employer. So this was a very simple but an effective example of how we at 360 Digit MG are helping our students to not only learn data science but also getting skilled and experienced in the process. So one such person is Manish Raj. Hello Manish Raj, how are you doing?
Yeah, hi Vivin, I am fine.
Okay, Manish Raj, I would like you to take us through this project scope for this paper publication.
Yeah, of course, Vivin. So let me start with the business problem first. In the Indian dairy industry, one of the major issue is the high return rates of unsold dairy products. This happens mostly due to demand and supply mismatches, and also because dairy products like milk, curd, buttermilk, etc., have very short shelf life. These
Mhm.
returns not only create a burden on reverse logistics, meaning burden the products back from the retailers to the warehouse, but they also cause huge financial losses for the manufacturers and affect the overall efficiency of the supply chain. To solve this, we came up with the high level solutions where we used AI and machine learning models for forecasting product returns, along with the inventory monitoring and optimized logistics. Our goal was to reduce spoilage, improve planning, and make reverse logistics more efficient. This helps manufacturer and logistic teams act before the product expires. The main objective of the project was to maximize profitability by reducing waste and unnecessary transportation costs. At the same time, our key constraints were to minimize return rates, which sometimes we always had to keep in mind while building the solutions. As for success criteria, we had three main targets.
Mhm.
From the business sides, we aim to reduce return rates by at least 30%. On the machine learning sides, our goal is to achieve at least 95% forecasting accuracy for the return quantities. And finally, from the economic side, we targeted an increase in revenue by reducing losses. So, in short, the scope of the project was not just about building a model, but also about solving a real world problem in a way that benefits the business.
Okay. Manish, this project seems to be very interesting in the fact that it's affecting the day-to-day life, as because
Yeah.
all of us usually have a cup of tea or coffee or drink milk. It's a very interesting project. I would also want to understand the project architecture that we have in this slide. If you could take us through the project architecture, it would be great.
Yeah, yes, sir. So in our project, we followed the CRISP MLQ methodology, which is a modern approach used for machine learning projects that also focus on quality and accountability. It starts with the business understanding, then data understanding, data preparations, model building, model evaluation, and deployment. And we made sure quality checks were done at each stage. Now, if I
Mhm,
talk about the architecture step by step, first we started with the business understanding. Here we discussed the main goal of the project, which was predict how much of the product was returned.
mhm,
This will really useful for the company because it helps them plan better and reduce losses.
mhm,
Next, we move the data understanding, where we use the open source data, which had columns like shop ID, product name, how
mhm,
much was returned, return date, etc. We explore the data, check what kind of returns are happening, and also look at patterns like which products are returned more often and during which times. Then came up with the data preparation steps. Here we clean the data, handling missing values, and remove error and duplicates. We also converted dates into proper format and created time series data so that we can forecast future returns more easily.
mhm,
And after that, we went to the modeling stage. We tried our few machine models and deep learning models like ARIMA, XGBoost, LSTM. We trained them. We trained the models on historical return data and tested how well they predict future returns. We
mhm,
also tuned the hyperparameters to improve the accuracy.
mhm,
Then we entered in the evaluation phase. We compared the models using the matrices like MAP and RMSE, and the
mhm,
XGBoost gave the best performance in our case with the lowest RMSE.
mhm,
Finally, in the deployment and monitoring steps, we prepare the model for real-time prediction. And since CRISP MLQ also focus on quality, we
mhm.
added proper checks to monitor the model performance and make sure it does not degrade over time. So overall, our architectures followed a clean pipeline based on CRISP MLQ, and each steps help us move smoothly from understanding the problem to building the solid predictive models. This is the overall model architectures of the our projects within. And this is our UI, where the deployment phase. We made sure our forecasting model was easily accessible and useful for people who actually need it. So we built a simple and interactive web application using a Streamlit. Through this app, users like supply chain managers or store managers can select a product category like milk, curd, butter, or ghee, choose a particular outlets, and pick a forecasting durations like next 3 months or next 6 months.
Oh, wonderful, Manish. Very detailed explanation about the whole process which you have followed for coming up with the solution. Now, upfront, although it looks a very simple project, okay, I know since it's a forecasting project, there would be
Mm,
a lot
mm,
of challenges that you would have faced. If you could state
mm.
some of the challenges and what were the mitigation strategies that you applied, it would be wonderful for our students as well as viewers who would be very interested to know about such intricate details about the project.
Yeah, so challenges always comes in any project, but what is more important is how we are analyze them and find a solution step by step.
Mhm.
In our project, one of the first challenges we faced was with the data itself. The return data was not steady. It kept changing with time. So we had to check and analyze whether our time series data was stationary or not. Once we found it was not, we applied a method called differencing to make it stable so that
Mhm.
time series models like ARIMA could work properly. And another issue was missing values and wrong values in the data sets. If we ignore them, our model would give wrong prediction. So we analyze the missing patterns and use the KNN imputation to fill those gaps.
Mhm.
And for the extreme value and outliers, we used capping technique to keep the data realistic and clean. And also we faced the model selection challenges. We
Mm-hmm.
tried multiple models like ARIMA, XGBoost, LSTM, and LSTM was doing great on training data, but when we checked on testing performance, it started overfitting. That told us it was learning too much from the past and not generalizing well. So we used technique like dropout in LSTM and earlier stopping in the XGBase to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, the challenges kept coming, but we did not panic. We took each one a step by step. We analyzed, we experimented, and we fixed. That process of checking, understanding, and correcting. That's what really helped us to complete the project successfully.
Wonderful to hear. I mean, every project or every task that all of you are taking, there's a lot of perseverance, a lot of consistency in the
Mhm.
amount of work that you put into. I would also want to know, this is something very important for me as well as for the students, as well as for our viewers who watch our series. Uh, any suggestions, any tips that you would want to share the students who
Uh,
are right now enrolled at 360 Digit MG that they should take notice of?
Yeah, of course, Vivin. So, yes, I would say one more important things to students at 360 Gmail and also who are thinking to join 360 MG. Always try to understand the business problem first. Many
Mhm.
students jump straight into the models, but real success comes when you understand why are you doing this project.
Mhm.
In our case, the problem was about reducing milk wastage, and once we understand that, everything else becomes easier. Also, never skip the EDA. That's the steps where you explore the data and gives you very useful insights. And I also suggest trying different models. Sometimes people think deep learning models is always best, but even simple models like ARIMA or XGBoost can give the great result. Uh, and one more thing, uh, for the students only, keep learning, keep asking questions, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every mistake teaches you something new, and that's it for my side.
Manish, you have given a bunch of examples or suggestions to our students. Thank you very much. We'll end with this
Yeah,
point. Keep making mistakes, keep learning. Thank you, Manish.
yeah. Thank you.
Let's go on to see what we are offering at 360 Digit MG. So, we are here to challenge you with our real world projects to push your limits, as well as you'll also learn all phases of the project management methodology, in this case, CRISP MLQ, that we follow here at 360 Digit MG. Along with that, you are also going to get exposed to a bunch of tools. And in doing so, you're going to learn it by tools like Python, Power BI, cloud platforms like AWS, Azure, GCP. And you also get this wonderful opportunity of working on research paper publications, which are going to get published in international journals, for which an example you just saw from Manish, as well as there are these wonderful e-learning tools that is accessible to everyone, whether you have enrolled, whether you are not enrolled at 360 Digit MG, everyone can access it. You just have to go to 360digitmg.com and you'll have this access to mind map, to ML architecture assistant, resume optimization hub, and animated learning. Okay, mind map is the one where you could look out for a quick reference. ML architecture assistant, you want to create something very quickly, very fast, you can create your architecture over here. Resume optimization hub is the place where you can check if your resume matches the job description or not. And animated learning is popular among the young guns right now, where you have all the process, all each and every topics, the animated part of it is given here in the animated learning. Now you can also see right now we are running this offer of a certificate program in data science, which is having a 50% off. And today is supposed to be the last day. So please, everyone just rush and please make use of this program. And there's also this placement guarantee program that we're offering for professional program in data science and AI. Again, this is supposed to be the last day. So why are we waiting? Just go on, enroll, and let's see where you can reach out to us. So we have a presence in LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You can contact us at 18000 212 654 321. And you can always send out a mail to us at enquiry at 360digitmg.com. We have our offices, physical offices at Hyderabad, Bengaluru, and Chennai. And that's about it, friends. Keep making mistakes, keep learning,